Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Dr. Lynette Breedlove, Director of the Carol Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in Kentucky, and I welcome you to our graduation exercises as we celebrate the growth and accomplishments of these exceptional students. To preserve the decorum of our ceremony, please silence your cell phones. I invite you to rise and join Mrs. Beth Pope in the singing of our national anthem. On behalf of the administration of the Gatton Academy and Western Kentucky University, our faculty, staff, and these impressive students gathered before us, I welcome all who've gathered here to pay tribute to our 2025 graduating class. I'd like to give special recognition to our quintet for the beautiful music they are providing today. Members include Natalie Adcock, Lee Blakeman, Jefferson Tunks, Troy Puckett, and Troy Stovall. I also want to recognize our American Sign Language interpreters who are helping today, Julie Buckham and Debbie Ward. We have a photographer, Sam Oldenburg, capturing important moments today, and the ceremony is streaming live to Gatton's YouTube channel. Both the photographs and the video of these proceedings will be available to Gatton students and families. Today is a day of celebration and reflection. These students have taken the most rigorous curriculum offered to any high school students in the nation. They left the comfort of their homes and established a level of independence that will impact their lives forever. And they have forged new friendships, which will grow exponentially in the years to come. These experiences have formed a foundation from which these exceptional young people can build lives of purpose, meaning, and service. As part of our celebration today, we would like to recognize different groups who have been instrumental in the lives of our graduates. I ask that you hold your applause until all members of a specific group have been recognized. We will begin by thanking local legislators. It's been through the support of these and numerous other members of the Kentucky General Assembly that this opportunity was made available to students. Their investment makes a difference in preparing students for advanced careers throughout the Commonwealth. At this time, I invite legislators in attendance to please rise so we may acknowledge you and thank you for your support. Thank you for joining us today, Senator Wilson. We also thank the Western Kentucky University administration, whose support has been vital to the success of the Gatton Academy. If you're a WKU administrator, would you please rise? It is fitting that recognition be given to individuals who have been provided outstanding instruction for guidance for these graduates, both in the classroom and as mentors in research. Of the many things these students have pursued, research is of particular significance. WKU faculty have mentored these students as they explored a wide array of disciplines. This includes architectural science, biology, chemistry, computer science, criminology, economics, extended reality, mathematics, physics and astronomy, physical therapy, as well as psychology and psychological sciences. These powerful learning environments have brought relevance to many areas of advanced learning with the exceptional support of these incredible teachers and research mentors. The Gatton Academy thrives. At this time, I ask all WKU faculty members to stand so we may recognize you and express our appreciation for what you have helped these students accomplish. Thank you so much. I would like to give a special thanks to the WKU Van Meter team and members of Information Technology Services for their key support. So thank you very much for helping this day be possible. Members of the Gatton Academy staff are the next to be recognized. The Gatton Academy staff give unselfishly of their time and talent to love, support, and guide our remarkable students. I would like to extend a special word of gratitude to our residential life staff. These individuals created a second home for our students. Their dedication and enthusiasm produced a warm, safe, productive environment within which our students developed important life skills. All Gatton staff, please rise so we may recognize you for your efforts to provide the best Gatton experience possible for our students. Now I would like to recognize our alumni who have taken their Gatton experiences to new levels. A number of our alumni have provided direct support to graduates as desk workers, tutors, and advocates. With so many demands on their time, we are happy that some have been able to join us for today's festivities. Would our alumni who are here please stand to be recognized? Thank you so much, alumni, for your continued support in so many ways. Our alumni never hesitate to answer a call or a text when we ask them to connect with a current student, or they ask how they can get back and how they can continue to contribute to the Academy. So we really appreciate you for your continued investment and support. The Gatton Academy has partnered with approximately 200 public high schools from across the Commonwealth. Students are fortunate to have superintendents, administrators, counselors, and teachers across the state who strive to meet the needs of high ability and gifted and talented students. Students are prepared to take advantage of the opportunities offered at Gatton due to the foundation laid by these educators. They have played key roles in the continued success of our students. We created the Gatton Academy Educator Recognition Program to highlight the important role educators play in our students having the opportunity to gain admissions to our program and to succeed. Graduates were invited to recognize one Kentucky educator who played an important role in their journeys to Gatton. In their nominations, graduates described dedicated, hardworking educators who took the time to build relationships with them, helped them find their strengths and interests, and instilled in them the confidence needed to pursue advanced opportunities. All of the nominated educators will receive certificates of excellence. They were also invited to attend today to celebrate this important milestone in their students' lives. I'd like to ask any who are able to join us today to stand as I call their names, and I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. Katie Johnston Ferris Baker from Jefferson County, Rosalie Battistoni from Hardin County, Christine Birch of Hardin County, Tasha Brown from Davis County, Christopher Budano from Model Lab High School, Jeremy Byrne, Allen County, Lori Darnell, Warren County, Laura Ferris Kudrana from Jefferson County, Dawn Falk from Hopkins County, Sandra Hale, Ohio County, Katrina Hunley, Homeschool, Hallie Hunt Rock from Oldham County, Christopher Houston, Henderson County, Jenny Jenkins, formerly of Rowan County and now in Fayette County, Bill Kopczynski from Davis County, Stephanie Lewis of Bullitt County, Candy Lewis from Boone County, Amy Litton of LaRue County, Keegan Mathis from Fayette County, Regina Murphy from Glasgow Independent, Erin Nelson of Henderson County, Kristen Olson from Bowling Green Independent, Catherine Perrott from Oldham County, Scott Poe of Warren County, Robbie Roberts from Franklin County, Don Roy of Jefferson County, Joshua Vaughn of Simpson County, and Martha Watson from Bowling Green Independent. There are also other dedicated educators who traveled here in support of their students. You too have been important in our students' educational journey. If you are a teacher, counselor, or administrator from a sending institution, would you please rise so we can also recognize you? Next, I want to recognize the people who helped these students seize an opportunity that required substantial thought and sacrifice. They stepped out in faith and in the knowledge that this opportunity would be the right place for their students to learn and grow. 2 years ago, they were the ones who carried boxes and dorm-sized refrigerators into Florence Schneider Hall, leaving behind their 15 and 16-year-olds, trusting their children and trusting the Gatton Academy. Throughout the past 2 years, they've supported and encouraged their students. They've been advocates for the Gatton Academy, and we owe much of the success that is ahead to their support and aid. When you think back to move-in day, isn't it impressive how much these graduates have grown in only 2 years? I invite all parents and guardians of today's graduates to please stand and remain standing. Would all grandparents of today's graduates please stand? And would all other relatives and friends of today's graduates please stand? Thank you all for supporting these remarkable young people throughout their Gatton Academy experience. At this time, Dr. Julia Roberts, Executive Director of the Gatton Academy, Director of the Center for Gifted Studies, and the Mahurin Professor of Gifted Studies, will come forward for remarks. Dr. Roberts defines advocacy. Her diligence and perseverance are why we're here today. Please help me welcome to the podium Dr. Julia Roberts.
Welcome to the 18th graduation for students at the Gatton Academy. Welcome to the family of Gatton Academy graduates, and most of all, to those of you who are graduating today. In 1997, the idea for a Kentucky high school program with a focus on mathematics and science was but a dream. Dr. Charles Magruder and I wrote a very small proposal to spark thinking about such a program. A statewide program of this type was not a new idea. Other states had already done that. But it was new to us in Kentucky. A decade of advocacy and planning preceded you coming and having a place at the Gatton Academy. And the story continues with you, the graduates of 2025. Gatton Academy graduates, you have created an exceptional record during your 2 years here, as you have completed high school and launched your college career. You've done that at the same time. You've engaged in research, presenting at conferences and sharing your research on campus as well as at conferences across the country. It is with joy that I recognize you as graduates of the Gatton Academy. Everyone here has played a role in the success of the Gatton Academy, a reality as you have trusted Gatton's vision and mission, as well as the staff to do everything they said they would do. The faculty has shown dedication to excellence in teaching and research, which has provided the academic preparation for Academy students to soar. Gatton Academy staff have provided this steady, day-to-day support for you as Academy students. Please remember that without the interest and ongoing support of members of the Kentucky General Assembly, the Gatton Academy would not exist. With the support from multiple sources, the Gatton Academy has been the beacon of excellence that we hoped and planned for when the concept was at the very beginning in the late 1990s. Although you are being recognized as high school graduates today, you are atypical high school graduates. Congratulations to each of you.
As most people in our community are aware, we lost a valued member of the Gatton family in September. James Clark was a senior from Fulton and attended Hickman County High School. James was a very adventurous person who liked to figure things out on his own and explored. That made the Costa Rica Study Abroad program a perfect fit for him during winter term of his junior year. Also during his junior year, James traveled to Frankfurt with us to advocate for an increase in our state appropriation. As someone with strong communication skills and strong opinions, we knew he would be effective meeting with legislators. We did get an increase in our funding last year, but not quite the amount for which we were asking. James saw that as a challenge and was eager to return to Frankfurt to be more convincing. When I think of James, I see him coming out of the second floor north wing door, headed through the lobby with a mischievous look on his face, and several other guys in tow. From the slight smirk he always seemed to wear, you just knew he was up to something. His love of tinkering and fixing things made a makerspace a fitting tribute to honor James. Thanks to the generosity of the Gatton community, including many of you here today, we were able to establish the James Clark Memorial Makerspace on the third floor of our building. When you're taking a break during move-out, stop by and check it out. We hope this space will inspire Gatton students to tinker, explore, and fix things like James. I'd like to invite the James Clark family to join me on stage. James was a remarkable member of our community. Thank you for sharing him with us, as we are better for having known him. And at this time, I would like to present James's Gatton Academy diploma. This afternoon, we honor 83 graduating seniors as part of the Gatton Academy's class of 2025. They have excelled in their endeavors, both in and out of the classroom, and have continued to establish the path that countless classes will follow. They will leave today as ambassadors for the Gatton Academy while growing as innovators for this great Commonwealth. Each year, the senior class selects students to share reflections from their experience and to look toward the coming years. Our first speaker is Emma Haime, a graduating senior from Louisville. Emma pursued biology research with Dr. Srivastava of WKU's biology department, as well as computational biology, astrophysics, and genetics research outside of WKU. She was just as active within our community, participating in a number of clubs and serving as a community developer on First South. Please welcome Emma to the podium.
2 years ago, I thought that coming to Gatton was going to be the worst decision of my life. I was leaving my friends and home 2 years early to take college classes, some of which I wasn't really interested in, CS 180, do study hours for 10 hours a week, and acclimate to a new environment both socially and academically. Despite this slew of negativity, I still decided to take the leap of faith and come to Gatton. And standing on the stage, surrounded by the people who have made this the most amazing 2 years of my life, I can say with full confidence that the decision was worth it. To put it plainly, Gatton is weird. Whether it's putting odd items in ceiling panels, worshiping cardboard cutouts of various celebrities, or lobbing wet sponges at each other while drinking Kona Ice, our ways confound outsiders. But if you ask near anyone wearing a cap and gown today, it was genuinely the best. I think one of my favorite memories that encapsulates the Gatton experience is actually one of my earliest. It's first semester, and a group of friends and I decide to walk over 7 miles to Nyers to buy caffeinated water, which, yes, is indeed a thing. To whoever is curious, unfortunately, we did not find the caffeinated water. But we did find Myers sushi to eat and a comfy curb to sit on. No, not that curb. That highlights one of the most amazing things about Gatton. You can find almost anyone here to do almost anything with you. Whether it's taste testing 20 energy drinks, stealing every snack or candy that they lay out on the tables during all the Gatton dances, playing Smash tournaments, doing L8 and paint, or even mudsliding down the Van Meter Hill, which, if anyone was wondering what that dead strip of grass is outside, that's it. Gatton provides an environment where like-minded individuals can do crazy things and have fun together. But our time at Gatton is unfortunately over. I don't say this to be sad. After all, our time at Gatton ending is quite literally the purpose of this entire ceremony. It brings us to the conclusion of a significant time in our lives. In my time here, Gatton has taught me many different lessons. How to take the mean of a set, thank you, C's. How to budget meal plan dollars to maximize Spencer's chai lattes. But most importantly, how to live in the moment. I spent so long, first, second, even third semester, worrying about how much I was going to miss Gatton when it was over. This feeling of knowing that this was going to end. Inside and outside of Gatton, I've lived so much of my life in fear that I will regret my decisions later that I forget to live in the process. Gatton changed that. Spending time with some of the most amazing people I've ever met changed that. Playing Dungeons and Dragons, going to the square for Meltdown, having the time of our lives at prom, watching movies in the den, all of those moments wouldn't have been what they were if it weren't for a special something. It took a long time for me to articulate this particular sentiment. I first defined it as risk, then as just doing things for the sake of doing them. But the real way I can define it, and I know this is very original for a graduation speech, is living in the moment. I stopped caring about what I would think, what other people would think, and I can say without a doubt, I don't regret anything. No missed opportunity, no wasted moments, nothing. The successes, wonderful memories to look back upon. The mistakes, opportunities for growth and maturity that define who I am. Most people are sad that they're leaving their friends in Gatton, but I really haven't been, funny enough. I say that now, I'm sure I'm going to be bawling my eyes out in the car ride home. But regardless, I think the reason I'm not sad is because the end of our Gatton experience was always inevitable. The end of things overall are always will be inevitable. So we shouldn't mourn the fact that we can't make more memories at Gatton, but rather celebrate our ability to make more memories and, when the time to make more comes, live presently and experience life to the fullest. We only have a limited amount of time to live our lives, so let's get out there and live them. Do what you want to do, say what you want to say. We're officially leaving Gatton in a few hours. There's no getting that time back. No matter what we do, it's done. So let's take this as a final victory lap to look back and celebrate our time here. But after the ceremony is done and we walk across the stage to get our diploma, remember this: the present is a gift. So enjoy the present. Thank you.
Our second speaker, Haime Mendez-Cano, is a graduating senior from Paris, Kentucky. Haime served as an avatar, helping prospective families learn more about us, serving on panels and leading tours. He also participated in the Costa Rica Study Abroad program. Haime has been a very engaged member of the Gatton community, across the building and on his floor, Second North. Please welcome Haime to the podium.
Good morning. There we go. Being completely honest with you, I struggled quite a bit to write this speech. I only really figured it out about 24 hours ago because I simply look up to like a lot of you guys I see in front of me, and I struggled to find something I could say to you guys that I think would be meaningful to y'all. I'm kind of nervous right now, so I don't really know how imagining you all naked is really supposed to help me out with this. But I'll do my best. About 2 years ago, we were faced with a choice to either stay at home or get out of our comfort zone and finish our school at Gatton, or craft if you got into both. But that's about as close of a competition as Kendrick versus Drake. We're Kendrick because we got less funding and people like us more. I wrote that before we got the money. Thank you, by the way. But for some, this choice was easy to make, and but for others, it wasn't as easy. For me, I was really nervous to come here. I was just like filled with a bunch of questions like, what if there was an emergency? I'm suddenly 3 hours away from home and I'm no longer with my parents. What if the bathrooms aren't that clean? And I was worried I would have to eat at Fresh the entire time I was here as well, but that's besides the point. But for one reason or another, we knew this was the choice we had to make. Even if we were hesitant to make it, we knew what Gatton could mean for our future and what it would eventually mean to others, which is why I have to thank my family and mentors who just guided me along the correct path and all the above. Mamá y papá, yo no sabo dónde están aquí. Y miran, oh, hola. Yo no te digo esto tanto o suficiente, pero gracias por todo y te amo mucho. And I think that's exactly when I figured out what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, change. Change is a part of our daily lives, and there's a lot of little changes that eventually become bigger changes that really make the whole thing count. And coming into Gatton was a huge change in and of itself. We were all pretty nervous, and meeting new people isn't really an easy thing to do, but I think we all kind of related to each other on that, especially when we slowly saw our 100% retention rate, Pizza Party, go away with CS. But, sorry, I'm getting a little kerfuffled here. Oh, we also ate a ton of food, a lot of Chick-fil-A. but that brought us together, and I think once we got around to second semester, there wasn't really anything too different. We did kind of get a curveball thrown at us with the introduction of C's, which would make a preschool graduate level course look really hard. But as well as Moxie, she quite literally shook the ground when she walked in second semester. Oh, for those who don't know, Moxie's Noah's dog. I'm not calling a random person fat. And then there was third semester, which, it seemed like yesterday when we were first entering. We were no longer low juniors, all of our seniors left. And seemingly like a few of the staff members as well, especially Pokey and Beth Hawk too. And Hilltopper shut down. Oh, but at least we got orange chicken on a meal swipe, so let's go. So far I've talked about how change can be pretty cool, even though we're nervous. It can really make us discover things about ourselves we didn't really know, but change can be pretty difficult at times and scary and maybe even painful at times. God, there's someone here who should be here today who isn't. James Clark was more than a student here and more than a friend. He was family who made me feel like I could really be myself and that I wasn't the only one struggling with classes or sleeping through them here. Something I always really admired about James is how he always tried to live life to the fullest. As Lynette mentioned earlier, he always had a smile on his face and just was an overall positive person to be around. And there's not a day that goes by where I don't miss taking naps in calculus with him or being late to class. So today we not only look towards the future, but we look back on the past at the people and events that shaped us who we are today. And after all those good times and hardships, we're right here, right now. And this is it. We're about to graduate, and the thing isn't special because it lasts forever. You only get one life, and I encourage you all to make the most of it and embrace everything you can before it's all gone. Because no feelings is final, and you guys are all amazing people who are destined for great things. If I had one word to describe my time here at Gatton, it would be love, honestly, as cliche as that sounds. Because there were many points throughout this time where I wanted to quit. Last semester was really difficult in particular, and I just felt like giving up, but it was you guys who made it all worth it in the end. You guys are so special to me, and you guys are the most incredible and extraordinary people I have ever met. So don't let any big suit people tell you otherwise. So I guess I just want to say thank you for just being genuine with me and laughing at my dumb jokes. Thank you for being yourselves. Even though this will be probably the last time we'll be together like this. If I had a time machine, I really wouldn't mind going back a day and sleeping in past our 8 a.m. or getting help from you guys, tutoring me, thank you, EJ, or getting carried by you in physics and biolab this semester, as well as playing games after class or watching movies. Or just simply hearing about your day was good enough for me. It would always cheer me up, so I think, cookout. I love milkshakes. Milkshakes are good. thank you for joining me when you could on milkshakes, and thank you for taking me to get these milkshakes on such short notice. I will always be willing to hear anything you guys have to say to me. So this has truly been a Gatton Academy of class of 2025. So I guess all that's left to say is, if I don't see you on the way out of here, you guys have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thank you.
What a pleasure it is to have Danny Dunn with us as our invited graduation speaker. I'm certainly happy you said yes to our invitation. Mr. Dunn has been a friend of what is now the Gatton Academy since before it was called the Gatton Academy. He was Carol Martin, Bill Gatton's right-hand person, serving as the CFO of the automotive and real estate business and trustee of the Bill Gatton Foundation. He did so many things for Mr. Gatton that when asked what he did, he would often say, "I work for Mr. Gatton." And he has done that for almost 37 years. I know Danny Dunn as a friend with a good heart. He is highly respected for his integrity and his many talents. I'm so happy you're here with us, Danny, for the graduation of this 18th class of the Carol Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science. Welcome, Mr. Dunn.
I want to thank Dr. Roberts and Dr. Breedlove for inviting me to speak. It is an honor for me to be here with you. I also want to express my heartfelt feelings to the Clarks. I'm glad you're here, and I know you had a special son that you dearly miss. I know all of our thoughts and prayers are with you and will be with you. Emma and Haime, you did a good job. You represented your class well, so congratulations to you. I had a short discussion with Dr. Roberts, Dr. Breedlove, about your mascot. This intrigues me, the Sierpinski Triangle. And I understand that the motto kind of ties into that triangle, infinite possibilities. Don't forget those two words. You all have tremendous talent. Just keep that in the back of your mind throughout your life. Infinite possibilities. In my mind, I'm representing Carol Martin Gatton today. He went by Bill. I always referred to him as Mr. Gatton. I'm going to share some thoughts of his. I'm going to share some thoughts of mine. Part of his life is going to be weaved into some of the things I'm going to say. I want you to learn a little bit more about him. I think it would be interesting to your families here. It's so good to see so many people here supporting you, your parents, grandparents, and others. First, I want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. Someone has said it is by divine design that the role of motherhood emphasizes the nurturing and teaching of the next generation. So please, graduating seniors, always let your mothers know how much you appreciate them. I want to thank my wife who's with me today. She's a tremendous support to me and for supporting me and being here this weekend. Each Mother's Day weekend, she asks that I give my entire time to her and do anything that she wants me to do without argument. So this year was no exception. She had an enormous list of things for me to do. Well, when I told her about this graduation and about Dr. Breedlove's invitation for me to come over and speak, she said, "Well, who is this Dr. Breedlove?" She didn't really say that, but she said, "What am I going to do with this list?" But it didn't take her but just 5 seconds, not even 5 seconds, to figure that out. I can hardly walk today. I don't know if you noticed how I walked over here, but I can hardly walk today because of what I did last weekend. So, and I did it without argument. She would tell you that. Just a very little bit about me. It's not about me today. It's all about you. But I'm a farm boy. I'm from Tennessee. Grew up in Putnam County, Tennessee. I think many of you are from small communities, probably farms like I am. I love the farm life. I went to Tennessee Tech University in Cookeville. It's a college that's very similar to Western Kentucky University. I remember many football and basketball games that Tech and Western had while I was in school. Most of those memories are not good because Western normally won those games. I also attended church youth conference camps here on this campus, and as a teenager, and those are good memories. I remember that well. As Dr. Roberts said, I've worked for and with Mr. Gatton for 37 years. So who was Carroll Martin Gatton? I want to share just a few facts about his life that, again, might be meaningful. He was born in Bremen, Muhlenberg County in 1932. He was raised on a farm. He loved his farm life. He was the youngest of 4 siblings, 4 children in that family. As a matter of fact, when he was born, his sister was attending school here, and we think she lived in your Schneider Hall, right? Without his parents knowing, he was only 8 years old. He visited a neighbor and asked them if he could buy a piece of their land. That happened. He bought a piece of their land for $600. He sold that land in 6 years later, for $1,200. So Bill Gatton's first deal was done. By the age of 10 and 11, or during those years, he worked on the farm. He helped his father on that farm practically every day. He grew watermelon, tobacco. He enjoyed his farm life. He was valedictorian of his school, senior class in school. He was also elected Future Farmers of America president when he was a senior. When he was 10 years old, his mother passed away from appendicitis. His sister Marie told me that just prior to her death, her mother's death, that she told her husband and the 3 older children, she said, be sure Bill gets a good education. Education meant a lot to her and to that family. Mr. Gatton did attend college at the University of Kentucky, graduated there. He went on sometime after that and attended the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania and got an MBA. His mother obviously had her desire and her hope realized. Mr. Gatton spent did part-time work while he was at UK his junior and senior year in selling cars there in Lexington. That's where he developed a love for the automobile business. A lot of Mr. Gatton's wealth was earned through the automobile business. He also loved investing in banks and real estate and made a lot of wealth there. Mr. Gatton created the Bill Gatton Foundation in 1985. And as you know, from that foundation, he's made a lot of gifts to Western Kentucky University. He's made about $19 million in gifts to the Academy. And what a blessing it is for you all, for him to have done that. He believed in education. I mentioned that his family loved education. He often would quote this proverb that you're familiar with. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. If Mr. Gatton were here today, he would share the following points with you about being successful in life, in business, in career. I'm going to quickly go through these. There's 8 points. I have copies of a number of his presentations he's made throughout the last 30 years. And without exception, he would make these same points in each of those presentations. So he believed in them. This is what made him successful. First of all, he thought it was important to study an area that you love, that you enjoy, that you like, things you think you would like to do. As a fact, you will be more successful if you enjoy what you do. He would say, be completely honest and have integrity. That meant honesty was incredibly important to him. I've heard him say a number of times that his father was the most honest person he's ever known. And if he were here today, he'd just tell you, just be honest. Be honest with everything you do. When Mr. Gatton bought the Bristol dealership over in Bristol, Tennessee in 1967, he met with the salesman on the first day. At that time, the salesmen were rolling back the odometers of cars. So, for example, if a car had 100,000 miles on it, it would show that on the odometer. They might roll it back to 50,000 miles. So that's dishonest. In that meeting, he told his salesman, if anyone does that again, I will fire you. And I will also fire the person that told you to do it. So that was so important to him. And he told them that same day that he said, I'm not giving you this direction because I'm such a great person. I'm doing it because it's simply the right thing. Now, Mr. Gatton was a great person, and that was also the right thing to do. Number 3, he would tell you to work hard. You cannot be afraid to work. Mr. Gatton learned to work on his farm. He watched his parents. They were extremely hard workers, and that's where he learned to work. He would tell you to be logical, to exercise common sense during your life. Another statement he would often make, it is important to have a good and solid education. You're obviously got that here, and you're going to get it wherever you go from here. I'm not concerned about that regarding you, but don't stop when you get that formal education. He would say, I have successful people I have known never stop learning. So make learning a lifelong process. He would tell you if you go into business or are in management, wherever you end up, it's wise to hire people that are smarter than you. Now, I am not smarter than Bill Gatton. I don't know many people that were. But he and I did work very well together, had a great relationship. But keep that in the back of your mind. If you become a business person, if you get in management, think about who you're hiring. Hire people smarter than you are. He would tell you to be visionary and be willing to take calculated risk. I've thought about this piece of land he bought when he was 8 years old. You know, he had vision then as an 8-year-old. It's amazing. He really did. He took a calculated risk he could not understand. But you're taking calculated risk when you leave here and go to school somewhere regarding your major. That's somewhat of a risk, but it's a calculated risk, and it will all turn out well for you. You have a plan A. You may end up having a plan B, but keep that in mind. Risks are important, but you have to be careful with them. And then he would say, have a desire to succeed. I love this story about him. During the mid-year of his junior year of high school, he transferred to a school in Sacramento. They needed someone to represent them in the Future Farmers of America speaking contest. With only a week to prepare, he said, I'll do it. And he did. And he ended up 4th out of 16 that year. He told himself, and here's the quote that he wrote down, I told myself that I was going to win the state the next year. And he did. He won the state. So he had a great desire to win, worked hard to make that happen. Now, we go from him, and let me share just a few brief thoughts of my own. These may be a little different than what you might hear in this kind of presentation, but to me, they're important for you. I hope they have some meaning. I have a question about your time here at the Academy, and it doesn't have anything to do with book learning. what have you learned about life here at the Academy? I've got a feeling you've learned a lot more than you think, a lot more than you realize. I would suggest you just ponder that thought, ponder that question. I would encourage you to seek an understanding of who you are. Strive to understand your strengths and your weaknesses, and you have both. And your tremendous potential, and you have that. You will have challenges. We all have challenges in life. You will have hills to climb. We all do. You will have some failures, and you will have some disappointments, but that's okay. You will grow from those. You'll become a better person because of them. So when they come, don't be surprised. Just face them. Face them with courage and determination to overcome them and improve, and you will. Now I want to briefly discuss 3 character traits that, to me, will help you in all of your relationships, and really I think will help you in everything you do in life. The first one is humility. You are some of the brightest teenage minds in the Commonwealth. Every person in this room, you and everyone else, we all have special gifts. We have special talents. We have innate abilities that we were born with. But each of you graduating seniors, I'm sure, possess those gifts, those talents, and those innate abilities in greater measure. Or perhaps you just have a special ability to tap into them better than I do. Regardless, I would encourage you to have a humble respect and an appreciation for those talents and gifts that you have. Secondly, I would suggest that you be gracious in all of your associations. Mr. Gatton was a very gracious man. He treated people the same. At the dealership over in Bristol, I noticed that so vividly. And whenever we would travel, I would notice it when we met people. At work, it did not matter if it was a technician, if it was the general manager, if it was an office clerk, or whomever. It did not matter. He treated them all the same. Most people will remember you by how you treat them. Third, I would encourage you to be grateful and to be thankful. I want to read you a statement that Mr. Gatton made here in 2011 at the graduating ceremony, the commencement that day when he spoke. And he said this about being thankful. Just remember, when you see a turtle on a fence post, somebody had to help him get up there. So remember today and every day, thank your parents. Thank your teachers here at the Academy. Thank those teachers who helped you before you were selected to come to the Academy. And thank everyone else who has helped you along the way to be who you are today. I've heard a statement that I think supports Mr. Gatton's thoughts well, and it's important to me. Someone has said, gratitude is not gratitude until it's expressed. Let people know how you feel. Let people know that you appreciate things and that you're thankful. Now, Mr. Gatton loved his home state of Kentucky. In his obituary, it was noted that once he moved to Upper East Tennessee, and he lived there for 55 years, but his heart never left Kentucky. This is so true. I traveled with Mr. Gatton from Bristol, Tennessee to Lexington, Kentucky many, many times. And without exception, as we drove through Cumberland Gap and crossed the state line into Kentucky, he would say, and I quote, the sunshine just got a little brighter, the grass a little greener, and the flowers more beautiful. I could feel his deep love for his home state. One reason Mr. Gatton made the decision to make the gifts he has made to the Academy is because he believed in you. Now think about that for just a minute. He would never know you. He would never know anyone in this graduating class. but he believed in you. Mr. Gatton had great confidence that through your accomplishments, that Kentucky would be a better place to live and would be more prosperous. I am sure many of you will not end up living in the state of Kentucky, but many of you will. The contributions you will make to this great commonwealth can be enormous. Mr. Gatton was asking you, as I do, to set your goals high, to dream big, and push forward with your life, with determination, with enthusiasm, and with a will to do your best and to be your best. Now, in closing, you all are aware of the poem, The Bridge Builder. Dr. Roberts read it today. I know it's in your building, Snyder Hall. Mr. Gatton's made that poem famous in the state of Kentucky. Mr. Gatton would often tell his investment managers that he wanted to keep working to make money so he could give it away to worthwhile causes. He wanted to continue to build bridges for those that followed him. He sounds like the bridge builder. He really personified, in my mind, the bridge builder. I want to read the last stanza of the poem of the bridge builder. The bridge builder is speaking. As you know, this bridge builder came to a chasm that the poem says was deep and wide. He was concerned about those that followed him. He was old. He built a bridge across. There was another man there who said, "What are you doing at your age? Why are you doing this? It's not going to benefit you, and you're taking time and risk in doing this." And then the bridge builder said, "This chasm that has been naught to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building this bridge for him." Mr. Gatton was most helpful in building the bridge that allowed you fair-haired youth to attend the academy. He took great joy in doing that. His bridges have been built with his wealth, mainly to give educational opportunities to youth like you. But bridges do not have to just be built with wealth. There are many different bridges that can be built for a fair-haired youth that would be very important in their lives. My charge to you as a group of graduating seniors from the Carol Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science is to think about the bridges you can build. As you progress in your education, in your careers, think about what you can do for associates, for family, for friends, and for others. And then do your best to build those bridges. You can and you will. Congratulations on your great achievements here at the Academy, and success to you in your future and all that you do. And thank you for listening to me and letting me be here with you today.
Thank you, Mr. Dunn, for sharing your words of inspiration and for your stewardship and dedication, which remind us how important it is to serve our community and support others. Earlier today, right before our commencement service started, we had a gift announcement where President Caboni and Mr. Dunn announced the Bill Gatton Foundation is contributing $5 million towards the Gatton Academy's endowment that will increase our opportunity to fund summer research opportunities and needs-based study abroad and incidental scholarships. And so that is a significant investment, and we are so grateful that the Bill Gatton Foundation is proud of what we do at the Gatton Academy and allow us to continue to further to support students from across Kentucky and honor Mr. Gatton's legacy. And now it is time to recognize our graduates. I invite Carrie Lynn Summers to the podium, and she will give instructions about the individual recognition for our graduates.
Marshals, please bring the graduates forward. This is a special time of the ceremony in which we recognize each student individually for their accomplishments. We are thankful to have professional photographers with us today who will be taking photos of each graduate as they receive their diploma. Please refrain from coming to the stage to take pictures or blocking the view of others by standing. Ibrahim Ali, Warren County. Bailey Reese Amix, McCracken County. Austin Ellis Anderson, Warren County. Thomas Ard, Davis County. Anya Aurora, Warren County. Luna Renee Asbell, Bullitt County. Asa Ashley, Warren County. Mahmoud Atia, Franklin County. Brighton A. Bergner, Warren County. Ava Blackledge, Rowan County. Sam Bowling, Bullitt County. Jamie Browder Seguin, Warren County. Mike Bucks, Boone County. Bruno Castaneda, Henry County. Zara Chesmawala, Jefferson County. Luke Owen Sissel, Woodford County. James Clark, Fulton County. Matthew Clark, Oldham County. Carson Cram, Owen County. Jacob Dant, Oldham County. Jacob DeBrow, Taylor County. Emily Jo Dietrich, LaRue County. Isabella Maria Elise Dilger, Boone County. Joe Elmore, Woodford County. Alper Warren County. Harley Danielle Evans, Hopkins County. Maggie Ford, Henderson County. Chelsea Gachagua, Madison County. Koa Greist, Oldham County. Ashley Gledhill, Ohio County. Gabriel Scott Wong Gooden, Oldham County. Abigail Riley Gooden, LaRue County. Ellie Claire Grogan, Callaway County. Eleanor Jane Haleman, Davis County. Catherine Danielle Hans, Barron County. Flynn Harper Harris, Jefferson County. Anna Quinn Hartman, Allen County. Alyssa Hauber, Jefferson County. Jace Hawkins, Davis County. Hannah Page Herman, Grant County. Ellie Grace Hester, Grayson County. Emma Hyman, Jefferson County. Katie Isaacs, Christian County. Nihal Kalarkal Jacob, Oldham County. Elijah Graham Johnson, Davis County. Kirsten Faith Johnson, Simpson County. Juan Zhang, Jessamine County. Michael Capelio, Madison County. Versheth Kodagiri, Franklin County. Elizabeth Lanier, Callaway County. Leo Lewis, Madison County. Eric Mack, Davis County. Jaime Pablo Mendez Cano, Bourbon County. Irv Macias Guzman, Fayette County. Lincoln D. Nelly, Woodford County. Caleb Nino Nanoff, Christian County. Lola Cersei Norman, Warren County. Emma Onan, Warren County. Ethan Papp, Davis County. Jill Patel, Davis County. Rudra Patel, Christian County. Frankie Peak, Hardin County. Jonathan Philpott II, Franklin County. Clark Michael Pullen, Marshall County. Sidney Putnam, Mercer County. Mallory Kate Quinn, Warren County. Kenneth Andre Ritchie Jr., Hardin County. Madison Lee Abigail Riddle, Estill County. Taylor Catherine Roberts, Jessamine County. Maggie Roughton, McCracken County. Noel Sanders, Hardin County. Daston Tane Scott, Butler County. Rayhan Musa Sheikh, Jefferson County. Maddox Simpson, Hancock County. Braden Smith, Scott County. Jack Sternberg, Warren County. Daniel Phelan, Whitley County. Michael Thompson, Henry County. Skylar Turner, Harrison County. Mabel Vilt, Oldham County. Gavin Slater Vidito, Nelson County. Sailor Wagner, Henderson County. Eldon Williams, Grayson County. Dr. Breedlove, these candidates have completed the requirements for a high school diploma prescribed by the Gatton Academy in conformity to the standards of the Kentucky Department of Education and the WKU Board of Regents. On behalf of Western Kentucky University, the Gatton Academy, and each student sending institution, I extend these students congratulations and the earnest pride we feel towards each of them for having accomplished this milestone. At this time, friends and guests, it is my great pleasure to present to you the members of the Carol Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in Kentucky's class of 2025.
Will the platform party and faculty please rise? It is with pleasure that I recommend to you that the appropriate status be conferred upon these candidates who have completed the prescribed program of study and demonstrated their qualifications for this high recognition. Will the members of the class of 2025 please rise? Thank you for the puzzles. As the 18th graduating class of the Carol Martin Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in Kentucky, you are the true representatives of this academy spirit. As you have received from this institution, so it is your responsibility to give back to the generations of students yet to come. Your support will be invaluable to the success of this program and the Commonwealth of Kentucky. At this time, to signify your accomplishments and your change in status from student to graduate, please move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left, placing them over your heart. This brings us to the conclusion of our ceremony. Please join me in congratulating the Gatton Academy class of 2025.